Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Panther Airsoft Folding Table Talk. Guess what? Guess what? Guess what?
What? What?
You know who's missing out on this episode?
I believe our counter host, Mac.
Oh, I was gonna say Tack, but I mean
Oh,
Mac.
whoa.
Oh,
Okay, we're
you,
still getting it wrong after
yep,
50 episodes.
yep.
Okay, it's
50
cool.
episodes, guys. 50
It's all right.
episodes. I'm still getting it wrong. Tack's
Mm-hmm.
mad. Mac's got a headache. I'm sorry, Mac. But here we go. 50 episodes, guys. That's almost
Yeah.
a year.
Well,
Almost a year. We got
yeah,
two more episodes until a year.
yeah.
That's
If you count
amazing.
just purely, yeah.
Yeah, and it's
Welcome
sad
back,
that
everyone.
yeah, it's sad that Mac's missing out on this because this is a big deal because yeah, we started back
It's okay. He's
May.
not here, so we can say things like he's a pansy and that he can't handle the heat.
Dude, what a burn.
Oh, ooh, it's gonna come back and burn me later, but you know what? It's okay.
You could say
He's
whatever
not
you
here
want.
right
He's not
now.
here. He's not
He
here.
can't he can't hurt me. Hey.
So unfortunately, Mac is out
Okay.
right now. He's got a headache, so we're gonna have to deal with the show for today. Our show for today is gonna be interesting. It's gonna be another Teams interview, with the Bros Airsoft. I
Excuse
can't
me?
pun that. I
I'm
mean,
sorry.
I
I
don't
all I
want
saw
to.
was all I saw before this was BB. Are you telling me Bang Bang Bros?
I don't know. We're gonna ask them later, but first of all, let's get into some news here. So
Okay, all right, yeah, but let's first our regular schedule, guys. Okay, all right.
all right, field news, guys. Let me get a sip wrap here. So I'll take over some of the field news here. So the field same thing as it was before as Max updated. It is going to be what is it? Partial. We're still going to be using airsoft side, not a lot of no, or sorry, airsoft. I guess paintball side now. I'm just not
No,
used to
no,
it.
we'll
They're
still
across the river.
yeah, we can
Yeah.
call it the other side
The other
of the
side.
field.
So we're gonna be using
Yeah.
the other side of the field, with the helicopter and the town and the bunkers and the castle. I guess Castle Armax is still there. I
Mhm.
haven't been there in a while.
Mhm.
So that is a field that we're gonna be using the most. With that, the and city as well. And with that, the prices will be halved to about $15, I believe. And
Mhm.
that is gonna be the field news right there. And the weather for this weekend is going to be rain and rain. So Saturday rain, Sunday rain, about 60% chance. That's the
Mhm.
last time we checked from the Hazelmere Golf Course weather station.
So
Yeah,
expect rain.
expect rain, guys. And
Mm.
that is it for field news. Nothing much new here for C21 as well. So I'm going to pass it on to Airsoft News.
Airsoft news. Hey guys, Airsoft news here. So not a lot of stuff happened within this last week, other than I did see some cool things from Aries. There, they did tease a couple pictures recently. The first picture there showing the quote unquote history of the motor.
Are they
I
rewriting history?
I honestly don't think so. I'm pretty sure I've seen something similar to this in the Sistema platform. They're just, you know, doing their own thing. Like obviously they're showing was it your standard motor, a brushless motor, and then eh, getting rid of the motor entirely, and it looks like a brushless motorized bevel gear. So like not really a bevel gear because it's not really. So it's like a motorized spur gear to.
Well, that's like 10% of the motor right there.
Well, anyways, it's new tech, and they're making a really tiny. If you look at the second picture there, they're trying to make it all in one tiny gearbox. It's a really tiny looking.
Whoa! Holy cow! Are you
Uh,
seeing this?
yeah. So, looking at it with how small it is, I see the benefits of it for like maybe small platforms like an Uzi, you know,
Wait,
TMP, Mac 10,
so
and
it's
all those
gonna
other
be built
platforms.
into the actual trigger unit now.
Yeah. So you don't have to have a motor grip. And so I guess like for guys who want to put on like real steel pistol grips and stuff like that with the
Mm-hmm.
slimmer profile, they'll
I
be
was
able
about
to
to
do
say
that
you
as
don't get
well.
those fat
Yeah.
pistol grips anymore.
But at the same time, it just looks like another thing that can break. I'm not a big fan of the Aries system and stuff like that. Parts aren't really available if things break and whatnot. But
But if this
hey, it's
catches on, I mean, all
well, it's
there is to it. Yeah.
definitely a copy of something I've seen before. It's not the first time I've seen this, but this is something that just popped up recently, and I figured, hey, let's stir up some news about it.
Okay.
So, um, Yeah. Other than that, though, not much going on. Yeah. I think. Let me just look through the list here.
Yeah, not much going on for airsoft news here.
Unfortunately, not. I didn't really see any big restocks on anything. Um. Oh, actually, in other news, Hadron Airsoft Designs, I believe recently came out with a new CNC eye key and fang plate design, as well as a hop-up thing. So for you Mark 23 fans out there, um, definitely something to take a look at if you're into upgrades and whatnot.
Okay.
Let's see if I can grab a picture here. Uh,
Slow day in the
okay, well,
news.
I can't find the picture here, unfortunately. So I thought I saw it earlier today. Um, totally. Oh, here it is. Here it is. See if I can get this right.
Hit
Oh,
us with the
come
old
on.
screenshot. Come on.
Yeah, Tech's trying to learn how to use Tech again. Embarrassing. How sad. Okay, there we go.
All right, let's see here. All right, so I got it pulled up here.
So
Hadron
for
Airsoft Design proud to announce a new CNC goodness to the
yeah, so for
product
all you
line.
guys who were probably like me as well, who have probably um uh rebought, repaid, repurchased the 3D printed bang plate or H keys back in the day, just because they did have a tendency to break after a while. Um, being 3D printed material and it being as small as it is, so it's really cool to see it being made out of CNC aluminum. Definitely, probably gonna try and pick something up, or pick this up for my own sidearm. So yeah. Other than that, though, that's everything for Airsoft news that I have. Boy, back to you onto the regular programming.
All right, perfect. Thank you for the airsoft news. I miss Mac. He does a much better job than us. All right, so we're back to team's interview. Before we start, how much do you know about I guess BB Airsoft or Bang Bros Airsoft? Not that's with an S at the end of it.
Just I know that they play and have played at Panther for quite a long time. They've
Yep.
also played around the lower mainland. I believe they've also gone to a couple Milsims and whatnot as well. So they are definitely not a new team as far as I know.
Yep.
Um, they to me have some very good, friendly vibes on the field and whatnot. I don't really hear their name too often when it comes to any kind of problems,
Hmm.
compared to other,
I feel like they're
teams.
more
So,
seasonal because I would see them more when it's nice day outside. I know I've seen Kai a lot,
um,
so
I would definitely say that the majority of their team is a seasonal for
yeah,
sure. There are a couple guys on their team. I think more of some of their, I guess, senior players or
yeah.
teammates that are more of the all season
Yeah, yeah.
regulars.
And for me, the one that strikes the most is they're literally into the anime memes. So if you guys are into anime, I think they're into
Yeah.
it as well. I don't know about
Yeah.
Remy, but we'll see when we talk to him here. But shall we introduce them to the
All
chat?
right. Yeah. So I'll just drag
Yeah,
him in here for
drag
you.
him in here. All right, here we go. We got. All right, so we got Ironclaw,
Welcome,
we got
guys.
Kai, and then we got Shadow here. Let's turn on your guys' camera here, and welcome to the show, guys. Let's see
Oh,
everybody's
hello.
rooms here.
Everyone's room. Wait. Oh no, Kai ditched out.
No, no, Kai. Kai. Remy, can you hear us still? Oh. Hello?
Oh, Ramen's having his signal problems. Probably give him a sec.
Yeah, that's okay. Um, we'll wait for Kai to. Was Kai on his computer or was he on his phone still?
I think he's in his basement. That's why
Oh. Well,
he
Basement
went
dweller.
down
Nice.
to his special armory.
right. I heard. Yeah, I saw the photo he was showcasing about where he wanted to do his, and he had this special armory.
That was the
Love the
first time
room.
I've seen it.
Love the room, by the way. While we're waiting, you could introduce yourself. And what is your position? Like I guess name, call sign, position in the team, and yeah, we'll start off with there.
Okay, so my name is Ronald. Currently I am, I believe, like one of the early members of the team, and we don't really have like positions. I just say,
You're just a team member, right?
yeah,
You're
just a
not in
general
any
team
leadership
member.
position or anything like that.
No, that'd be majority of that would be like Kai and Ramen,
Oh, okay.
but I would be. I kind of use a lot of names everywhere else, but the call sign within the team is what I'd use is Wasabi.
Wasabi.
Probably Kai would be best at explaining that.
Okay. We'll go with that. I think Kai is on a different channel here.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
there he
no,
is.
I see him. I'll
Yeah,
drag
I'll
him.
drag him in.
Okay.
There you go. So we got Kai here. Can you hear us, Kai?
Oh.
Alright.
Yes, I can hear you. Give me a second and try to come back and got lost somewhere.
Oh, you got
Okay.
lost somewhere in your
Um,
basement. All right.
Maybe it's in the basement, maybe it's on the roof.
Pretty sure. No roof memes, please.
Oh yeah, slide that in there,
I
eh?
know, right?
All
I
right.
could be
So
literally under my.
Return to the king.
So Kai, we were just asking Ronald, what we're just going around asking people's names, and as well as your call sign and your position in the team. Let's start off with you again, as well.
Hmm.
Okay, so wait, who, me?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yep,
Yes,
you're
sir.
next.
Okay, well, my name is Kai. Call size Kilo. Yeah, and
Kilo. Yep.
yeah, so position in the team is well, I probably say second in command to help Ramen with the whole team,
Oh,
and
okay.
sometimes you do a ring the museum or some of the event we have to like they divide ourselves up into like two different groups, so also so I can actually run.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
Oh,
you would take a leading position usually at the team as well.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And I don't know if Rami can hear us, but I think he's having
oh.
trouble trying to connect right now.
Yeah,
Um,
probably.
so
That's
he
me.
just a little bit of backstory. He thought that we were gonna do this at the field, so he actually drove to the field. We're very sorry that we got that information wrong.
Yeah.
I didn't pass the information along to him. Someone did, but yeah,
Someone said it was at the field.
someone said it was at the field. I mean, we
Oh,
we
okay,
do it at
got
the
it.
field, but currently right now we cannot do it at the field because of the film stuff. So we would be in their film set, unfortunately. But all right. So I guess when he comes online, he'll come online. But who was the other person that was supposed to show up here with us as well?
There should be another guy. Is Trevor? He supposed to come, but he haven't picked up his phone. So it could be a chance that he have to come back to work because something
Oh, okay.
happened, or
Oh,
like
okay.
those kind of things. Yeah,
So is he on call or something or?
I have no clue, but
No clue.
you know what happened to him. Yeah,
Oh,
if
okay.
you
And
come back around hour of
what do you guys do for work?
well for Trevor, he do drywall.
Do you do drywall or
No,
no? He does.
Trevor. Yeah,
Okay. What about you guys? Sorry.
I am machine operators and first aid attendant, and I also um gun wrangler for some of the yeah.
For some of the movies, you said.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. I
Mm.
didn't know you were a wrangler. I knew you were in construction, some sort of construction, but yeah, like I love movie wrangling too. And what about you, Ronald? What do you do?
I am currently I'm an avionics apprentice, but due to COVID, all aircraft and stuff are kind of slow.
And
So right now I'm doing arcade technician.
Didn't you graduate when COVID sort of started?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because that's what I
when
remember.
COVID.
I knew you were going to, was it BCIT for avionics, right? Like mechanic. Yeah, that's kind of unfortunate when that hit, eh?
There are
Okay.
places. It's just like on the other side of the country or something that I
Uh,
wouldn't just really want to.
okay. So you're basic. Are you like the tech for the team then when it comes to like teching or?
Partially. It's just I have a lot of projects.
There you go,
So.
tech. You got them lasered now with tech with with
still
tech
have,
questions.
I still have a box of like $5,000 worth of parts just sitting here because I bulk
do not
order the
support it
parts
to
and I
anyone.
don't like
Sounds like a
doing
tech.
that.
Sounds like a tech to me.
Sounds like a tech. Yep, that's definitely a tech. Okay. The big question here is Tech's gonna laugh because we were laughing before this. You guys are gonna see this after we're done tomorrow.
Hmm.
What? What?
Come on,
What?
boy. You said it earlier.
I
with a
know I
straight
said it
face.
earlier, but I said I didn't want to say puns about it, but I started doing it. Why the name BangBroes
Oh, no.
Airsoft?
All right, so I will leave the question.
So I'll leave it to you, Kai, and then we'll go to Ronald as well. Go ahead.
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh, okay, so
Hold this for ramen. Can
we will have to give the whole thing to
Yeah, this will be ramen's
Ramen.
Can
special.
you?
I
Can someone?
cannot. He should answer for that. The
Oh my
original.
gosh. Okay.
Yeah.
So can we get a hold of Robin right now and like get him to like reconnect or something?
Oh no,
Because
can you give him a call, please?
He just posted in the other chat. I messaged
Oh,
him.
he possible just come back, but he can hop back in something along that line. And Forever say he will hop on in 5. So no idea if actually gonna be on in 5 or in 10, half an hour, 2
okay,
days.
let me get him to reconnect again, and then maybe I'll give him a good kick. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, throw him back to lobby or something, and then put him back. See if it works.
Yeah, give him a good kick, and then he'll be back shortly, hopefully. So I guess you want to wait until he comes back, but
That question, yeah.
Tack, you got any like tech questions for
Ron?
or anything in general, like before we ask him the team name, because I want to know why.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess for you two there or whatever it is, do you guys fix your guns or do you just buy new ones?
I'll start first. Or Kai.
Yeah, no, you can start first, Ronald. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'll start first. Currently I only buy used and then upgrade the crazy heck out of them.
One of those
That's
folks.
what I do.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
because
All right.
other than the LMG that I bought, because I wanted a really light LMG and everything else was metal.
Which LMG did you get?
The Cybergun
Feather light one.
M249. Yeah, it's all
Ah.
plastic and then has the version 2 gearbox. So it's like
Mhm.
that's so easy to deal with.
That's why you're carrying that thing around with like ease, because I saw
Yeah,
you
I
with it.
know,
I'm like,
it's plastic.
why are you not tired? Usually those things are like full metal and heavy.
Exactly. And then I was like, I opened it up as like the hop up. No, I thought it would be easy, but it wasn't easy.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's good to know.
Okay.
All right, Kai. How about you?
Kai.
Okay, Ramen because tell us you invite him back.
Yeah, he is back. I mean, he's not back, but he can. Oh, can you provide? I guess I'll give him the link. Okay, I will. Anyways, continue on. I'll deal with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so for me, most of the time I would use like no, I would buy most of the gun are used. I do not prefer to buy some the gun new because it's just does not make sense to me unless I can find, like, I cannot find that can use, then yes, maybe I will get a new. But usually I will just get the used one, give give it to some of the tech, and uh, upgrade them. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So you buy used and you'll get someone else to fix it up for you. Okay, all right, all right. Let's see here. I guess I know both of you guys have a big collection. Actually, let's get into that here. How big is your guys' collection?
Do you count guns, gears, or how?
The
Let's
whole
let's
the whole
let's start
shebang.
with guns, gear, and miscellaneous. I don't know what miscellaneous is, but yeah. Well, you don't have to showcase us. You could just tell us how much it is. Oh my god, that looks beautiful.
I think a video is a million words.
Yeah. Oh, there's another wall.
First time I see that.
Jesus, we have another poi in the building.
And I also have two more full wall up on my rig.
Okay, we found a competitor poi.
So I have around 95 guns, and I'm supposed to have the number 96 this weekend, I think.
Holy crap! Well then, almost enough of a collection to compete with USA Airsoft there. Jesus.
Yep.
I should be able to pass him a long time ago.
Okay, Ronald, how
So-
about you?
I have 12, but out of the 12, only 2 or 3 of them are working.
One of
Yeah.
those. I see.
And obviously all the pistols are working, because it's like another 5 or 6 pistols.
Mhm.
Those are easy. Like unlike
Okay.
all the wiring I have to do for the other stuff.
Okay. All right. All right. All right. So then I guess out of those ones, do you guys have a favorite one? Is there one that you would like use every weekend or like because at this point you guys are just collecting. So there's got to be one that you guys are using, right?
I don't know. That is, well, okay. So there is 52 weekend in a year. So I probably would use 2 guns a weekend. So I would need a couple more guns.
So what you're saying is you do Wheel of Fortune.
Yes.
Okay.
You just turn it and just like, oh, okay, today I use this.
All right. All right.
I usually use this one the most. I do not know what is the gun of itself originally. I think
Is that an M4
the
or 416?
G ER4 is the original shell, and then the internal or upgraded, like MOSFET gears, like every single things inside the gun is all upgraded.
Yeah.
Should-
I mean, we all
Okay.
got those Franken guns, so
Oh,
you
yeah.
how
Not
long
the
have you had that
original.
then?
Hmm?
How
Pardon?
long have you had that?
I think I picked this up in like 2006, no, 2015, no. I think somewhere between 2014 and 15. I picked this one up for $500.
Okay.
The part inside alone worth over $600. So cashing
Okay.
on.
Yeah,
Not
I've
bad, not bad.
seen you use it before, yeah.
Bargain, dude.
Yeah. Rami, can you hear us now? You might have to turn off your video because it might be killing your connection. I know you're on mobile right now. I guess he can't hear us.
Should pull over.
I hope you're not driving.
Oh god.
Definitely.
I mean, he was working a while back. Was it working for you guys when he was at the lobby? I'm guessing he was.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dang, I don't know what's going on here. Yeah, let me if I do this.
Some magic.
No, still nothing. Nope, still nothing. All right. Well, I guess you guys, you both of you are gonna have to explain why the name BangBroes then, because we have some
Due to
technical due to
difficulties
technical
here.
issues. He can't speak for some reason, even though it's working a bit.
Sure, we can't put it for last.
Bro, so
No, we got to go through this. We always ask everybody.
all right. Well, just because he is not here, I'm gonna answer that. All right, here we go. So I think was in 2016 was the time that we actually have the whole team to gather somewhere in April to June 2016 is when we actually have the whole team together, and we use the name BangBroes because, well, we technically go bang bang, like, go bang bang,
Oh, we don't have that
and
rule at Panther.
bros, so we call it BangBroes, and technically we also shoot the white thing. And
Did we just do a double face palm?
Yeah,
my
I
God.
knew I knew something like that was coming. Oh my goodness.
Ugh.
yeah,
Kids watch this show, right?
well,
Do they really? Oh
They
man,
get
I feel
attacked.
bad for the kids who watch this show. Jesus.
We apologize in
Tons
advance.
of innocent.
ex baby.
Man. Oh.
I guess you go by BB Airsoft, B
Oh.
Airsoft all the time.
time.
Okay. My gosh. All right,
Okay.
let's try this
All right.
again. All right. Can you hear us, Rami? No?
So apparently my phone keeps trying pending Discord install, that is.
Oh, there we
There
go.
we go. There we
Whoa,
go.
he's in it.
Oh, he's
There
I
we
don't know what happened. For whatever reason, it kicked me out, and then it just went silent, and I'm like, okay. And then I tried to reconnect over and over again, and it was just not let me do it.
I think you're at that dead spot when you're driving. Since you're here, can you explain a little bit about yourself, your name, your call sign, your position in the team, and then afterwards, these guys were waiting for you to explain what the team name is all about, which I'm actually dying to get to. But go ahead and explain yourself before you get disconnected here.
All right. Well, I'm Ramen. Started the game in 2015, 2016. That's when I joined in. My call sign is Shadow. It wasn't Shadow at the beginning. At the beginning, I didn't have a name at all. And I got the call sign Shadow when I went and played at a tournament in Edmonton inside their indoor rink that they have, which was amazing. It was a great experience.
So you used to play at Edmonton then?
I was invited. Like another friend of mine from Kelowna, he went to Edmonton for that tournament, and he's the one that he's like, hey Raman, there's an indoor tournament happening in Edmonton. I know it's expensive. I know it's far for you, but how about you come over if you can, if you got the budget for it? And so I basically jumped in my car and drove 10 hours to Edmonton to participate in a one-day event just for the experience of it, right? And so it was amazing.
Which event was this then?
This was just a private event inside their indoor rink that they have in Edmonton. Okay. And it was by invite only, and so my friend had gotten invited, and I guess he had gotten approval for me to swing by and have fun, and it was a great experience. And so the name Shadow happened when I stood in I was basically enclosed in one room, and I was literally hiding in between two lockers, and I stood right in between them. The room is pitch black, has two entrances and two windows. Two guys walk in, stand in front of me. The one guy looks at me, like actually turns around, looks at me, doesn't point his gun, nothing. Then turns the other way around again. I'm like, this didn't just happen. I pull out my pistol, sidearm. I go, hey guys, I'm right here. The one guy's like, oh shit, there is somebody. I went ping ping. And
You know the Danny
so
DeVito meme. So, anyways, I started blasting.
the guy is like, holy shit. He's like, I swear to God, I thought it was just a shadow standing in between the lockers. That's the reason I didn't do anything. And that's how I got the name Shadow, and it was from that tournament.
Ah,
And yeah, it was wicked. And so basically, I kept the name from there on.
okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
I do have something to add in. This is his original gun when he get that nickname.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Yeah, I would
This
see
is
why they
my
couldn't see it.
line.
It's pretty dark too. So, so the big question. Big
Yes.
question.
Yes. The
Why
name.
the name? I still have a hard time trying to say it, but
Okay.
BangBroes.
We're talking about the BangBroes name. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out a way of saying it and keeping it appropriate at the same time.
Oh no,
Because
Kai already spilled it, but I know like a little bit. But from your explanation, can you explain to us?
what part do you need me to explain? Because I don't know what he was saying, right? So
Just go from beginning. Don't worry.
You're gonna have to just go.
Yeah,
go
just
with
go
it.
go with it. Yeah.
okay, so this whole bang bro thing, the name, how it came about is it was pretty much the same time that Kai and I had met, and I think it was our second or third time playing together as just friends, like hangouts and everything. And then we met another group of guys that were sitting and playing, and they were standing a table next to us. And so we started playing for a couple of times together, and one dirty joke led to another dirty joke, and it, it one of the guys, somebody, decided to take their BBs and shoot it at everybody's faces, and that's that's
No
honestly
need to
that
explain.
I'm seeing where this is going.
I see where
Okay.
this is going. All right, so is
yeah,
that when
yeah. And
when
so
the team was conceived? Oh God, I just said the wrong. Oh,
yeah,
why?
exactly, exactly.
So
Uh,
that's
Like a
when your team
ritual.
started
like,
then.
yeah, yeah. There was no safer way of putting how this name came about. It was you can try to explain it in so many different ways. It will always end up being that X-rated term. And so I basically said, I'm like, yo guys, we gotta make a team for this. We gotta make a name for the team, and that's how BangBros was brought up.
Okay, so they all got together, and they were all like, "All right, guys, we're making a team,
Yeah,
but
yeah, and so
we're all also gonna have to get baptized."
Yes, we actually have
yeah, yeah. The funny
initiated.
part was before I had to get our patches made and basically have it on black and white, I had to get Elliot's blessings
Ah
because of the
yes,
name.
yes,
I'm like,
yes.
hey Elliot, um, this is the name of our team. I need your blessing as far as being able to like have it on our uniforms,
Yeah.
like on our gear and everything. Elliot started laughing. He's like, Raman, I don't think you will have the cojones to do that. And I'm like, Elliot,
Oh no!
we haven't. I'm like, obviously you haven't got to know me well enough that I will actually do it. And my very first patch that I made and ever handed out, the first one went to Elliot. That's the green one. Elliot
Ah,
couldn't believe it. Elliot, he was in tears. He couldn't stop laughing because he's like, "You actually did it. You named your team the Bang Bros, and you made a patch for it."
can you show me
And
that
so
patch
that's
again,
pretty much
Kai?
how.
All right, there's a patch for y'all. If you're on YouTube, you can see it here, Bang Bros, and that's actually a pretty cool patch. It's very original, by the way. And yeah, I love.
Yeah.
This is what I love. Just hearing the stories of how people's teams just kind of get together, kind of organically come together, and then make a team for themselves, right? And so you're basically two groups of people in Panther in the common area, you know, just playing around, dicking around, whatever you call it. Oh God, I can't just stop punning at this
Ah,
point. Damn it!
Everything for the rest of
Everything.
this
This is
episode.
this is
is
so
gonna be fun.
difficult, so hard. God
Dude,
damn it!
I told you this. Like I said, this is why the team name is what it is. It's because
So,
it will always go back.
so for you guys, it was just you were all good friends. You know, this is how teams start,
Yeah.
right? All good friends
Yeah.
came together, made a team, and then now here you guys are. And do you
Yeah.
are you sort of the de facto leader of the team, or is there other people in leadership positions in your team?
No, it was pretty much the leadership was between Kai and I.
Oh, okay.
We never decided who's gonna be the alpha and who's gonna be the beta. It's always been between me and Kai.
It's a shared sort of
Yeah, it's a shared
resource.
Gotta
position.
be two.
Like when Kai's on the field, he takes over everything. When I'm on the field, Kai and I share everything. So we don't really have the one guy that leads everybody. We want to make sure that whoever is there in that position can, you know, get it together. And so it's worked out very good so far between Kai and I. So
That's
pretty
good.
happy
I'm
with it.
glad to hear. I'm glad to hear. Tack, do you got any questions you want to jump
Well,
in here?
so actually, I was asking the guys earlier, how big your collection is, because knowing you guys have been around for quite a while, so you know, it's safe to assume that you have amassed quite the airsoft collection.
Collection meaning as far as team players.
Oh no, I mean as in gear.
Oh, gear. That would be Kai. Like Kai has an armory of gear.
What about yourself? How many things do you own?
I have barely anything. Like I have what I need, like the necessities.
Mhm.
Everything else, we basically go and borrow off Kai because he got everything.
Okay, okay. So what you're saying is you have your own personal team armorer.
Oh yeah. We got our guy that basically hooks up the whole team, and he has always come through with it. Like every time when guys don't have guns, basically they're in the shop getting fixed. Kai was more than helpful to like give out a few toys so everybody can have a good time. Even guys that are brand new and some people wouldn't trust them with their airsoft guns, Kai would hand it over. So
okay, all right.
Yeah.
Well, that's really handy. You know that you guys can rely on each other like that, and you know that you have can rely on Kai and his habit there of collecting to help you guys out.
Kai's like me. Let's be honest here. Kai's like me. Just collect.
You have
just
your
collect.
Own poi. That's
Yeah.
good. You guys have your own poi.
yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so with that then, so did you start airsoft roughly around that time, 2015, 2016, or did you play way earlier?
No. Honestly, it all started in 2015 when I first started. And so I started in 2015 with Brendan, a buddy of mine. He's working evening shift, and so that's why he can't come to airsoft anymore. But him and I started, and we at first we used to go always to Victoria and play in Victoria.
Oh wow.
Okay. That's
a long trip.
Yeah. And yeah, we actually enjoyed the trip, and so it got away. We basically were able to get away from the ladies without being harassed of what time are we coming back, because we're like, yo, we're on the island. We'll come back when the ferry brings us back. And so I started in 2015, and then started spending more time at Panther once I got to know Kai. And so, yeah. I would say I got more serious about it once I met Kai, because Kai introduced me to different connections, different sources where I could get my gear, whether it was BDUs, airsoft guns, you know what I mean? So he was really my my guy that helped me get into the sport, and as far as guide me where I needed to go as far as gears, what's really worth buying, what's not worth buying. So he saved me a lot of money.
Okay,
it's good to have someone like that in the team. Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely sounds like it's considering you're
Yeah.
saying you don't have a collection yourself, because typically
Yeah.
most people have a collection by now, and it's mostly because of
Yeah.
the mistakes they've made.
No, the person that saves me from having a collection is Kai. Honestly.
That's good.
Okay.
So for you, Kai, when did you start? Same question. When did you start airsoft?
I think the first airsoft game I go to in Vancouver is in 2013. Yeah,
Okay. All right.
it's like January or February, March, somewhere around there of 2013.
2013. Yeah, I think I recall you playing at that time too. Because for me, I was like young as well back then, and seeing you around as well as a familiar face as well. I think you had another team, which is I don't recall the other team, but you were with a group of friends as well. I'm sure they're still with your team
Yeah.
now.
I don't. I think the whole team was like Vancouver Tactical, something along that name.
Yep. I think I took your guys' photo once or something. That was a long time ago, but you probably remember me from back in the days as well. Yeah, again, it's nice to see, players from back then sort of grow up now and, and still playing airsoft as well, right? It's good to see a familiar face as well. So 2013, yeah, that was a pretty good time. That was when we were slowly converting Panther into like almost all airsoft at that point. It was still there was still paintball at that time. We were still airsoft side was still airsoft side back then. I guess it's paintball side now. I don't know what to call it nowadays. Anyway, it's been a while for me, but now the paintballers are there, and then we got the main area as the airsoft like play side now with City, right? So all right, well that's good to know. Did you have a large collection back then too, Kai, or was it like small still?
No, 2016, I have one EM16 because at that time I was in grade 10, so I do not have the money yet.
Yeah, I getcha. So, whoa, grade 10. Wow, that's like, that's still baby back then. Wow, baby Kai. Okay. And for you, Ronald, when did you start? I know you followed me on my socials like for the longest time.
In, like 2015. But I think I started like November 2014.
Yeah.
I could remember that because me and Kai did an English project, and I brought like all these cameras for our footage and stuff. It was back when Indoor Richmond Paintball had their night games.
Oh wow.
That's a long time ago.
I had no experience, and I was like, I know the indoor paintball place because we go there with my family every so often. So I was like, why not just join and make some shooting videos and stuff. So I just joined them with that, and it went on from there.
Oh, okay. So 2016 is when you started airsoft, or 2014 at Panther, or
at Panther is 2015.
2015.
It's like the summer of 2015.
But did you know airsoft beforehand, or?
Well, 2014, yeah, we started the.
No, I mean, did you know airsoft before 2014,
before
or
coming out?
No.
No, so it was just like a crash course right away.
Before that, just all paintball.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I know you follow my YouTube like a lot back then too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you know a lot of my history already. So
I just follow everyone locally and just like support.
No, that's good.
Because everyone needs to something to start on.
Yeah, because back then Dayton wasn't even in airsoft at that time, I believe. So it was just
when Dayton started using his revolver.
Yeah. See, he remembers.
Original.
So you're the one to follow all of the people that started up back, 2015, 2016 at that point. And it was an interesting time because at that time I think Dayton was just starting up back in 2016, and then 17 is
like
when
2,600 when I followed or something.
Yeah, something like that. And then afterwards 2017 is when he started like climbing the ladder right away. So that's good to know. You're like the internet historian at that point of YouTubers at the field.
And I have a lot of it.
Now you're at the show which follows all of these things. All right. I guess that's a pretty good question for everybody. Let me see here. Let's pull one from Mac. I guess since Mac's not here, I'll ask this one. What is your first airsoft experience for all of you? Like your very first game. What was your experience like? Hey, you can start first, Remy. Go ahead.
The very first experience, it was a $300 gun that I had to like. Yeah. The very first game that I ever attended was Play the City, and it was so fast. I didn't know anything about my gun yet. It was basically out of the box. Here's the battery. You plug it in here. You fill up your BBs here. You plug it in. When you can't shoot anymore, it's because you have BBs, and that's it.
Was that your first? Was that your first gun, or was that like a borrowed gun?
Yeah. No, that was my very first gun. It was a $300 gun, and
that you bought from the store and then went out afterwards.
Yeah, exactly.
How was it?
And oh, dude, for the city it was good until I was standing basically in front of one player, and I was out of run going like this. I'm like, oh. And then next second I just got lit up, and I'm like, ouch, I'm out. And then I walked off the field, obviously.
But you had fun, right? It was exhilarating. Right?
Oh, I had a wicked time because it was that adrenaline rush of being able to like avoid getting hit, but at the same time have fun and get the next player. And so the city is where it really started, and where I said, you know what, this is definitely something I will enjoy for a long, long time to come.
So was it sort of like you needed an escape? This is like a hobby that you wanted to get into. What was it, that feeling, or was it like something else?
Honestly, it was just my buddy Brennan who introduced me to airsoft. He's the one that had an airsoft gun, and he's like, hey, I have an airsoft gun. I need a buddy to come play with me. I'm like, you know what? I've never done this. I don't know what to do. And so I went with him and bought my first gun. And he's the one that got me into the sport just for the fun of it. And then he's the one that also exited the game because of his career, right? Because of his job.
Sure.
No, I get you. When I started my airsoft, my first airsoft game, I had coworkers and friends that were with me, like all 6 of them, and then now I'm the only one that.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I know how you feel.
Yeah.
Like, you know, someone got you into it, and then now they're out, right? That's like kind of like, wow, like now I'm on alone in this sport, but you know, it's a good thing I met friends like you guys, and you know, people like you guys, and you know, you just connect with them, right? And that's how I continue. I think you followed the same path as like. As he left, you just kind of continued on to flame at that point, and you're like, yeah, no, I love this sport. I'm gonna keep going, right? And you just didn't stop at that point.
Yeah, exactly. And it was, I found it was the one day a week where I could get away and leave work behind and just have fun, like meet new players, new people, get to know them, how they got into the sport, and not worry about everything that I do Monday to Friday.
Oh yeah.
And so it's more of a stress relief for me because the fact that I can get out there, run around until I'm just exhausted. And you can't do that in any other sport. Any other sport has a time limit or a round limit. You know what I mean? You can only play soccer for 90 minutes and then you're pretty much done for it.
Yeah.
But this is a sport where you can go in at 9 o'clock in the morning and walk out at 5 o'clock at night. In the evening, you know what I mean?
Yep.
And know you had a wicked time, and yeah.
That's good. Okay, thanks for that. What about you, Kai? What was your experience like for your first airsoft game ever? You only get that experience once.
I can't see anything. My goggle fog up.
I mean that is an experience itself, Kai. That is an experience itself. So your goggle fought up. What else happened? Did a gun break or something? Or
no, actually, I do not remember how many people I shot at it. I think it was like 4 or 6, somewhere between 4 and 6, and it was okay. It was not like the most action, the most like, just get in there and just run really fast, clear the room. No, I'm just like, most of the time just high behind cover,
Yep.
or
You were scared,
you
yeah.
have no idea. Yeah,
Yeah.
or you have no idea. You just walk up with your gun down, and you're like, okay, I think I'm pushing this way, and boom, you got hit. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a typical experience for a lot of new players too, where they just don't know what they're doing. And yeah,
Yeah.
I think the general consensus is fogging is a big thing, and then you figure out
Yeah.
ways to get around it somehow, right? Like get better goggles or anti-fog stuff. But did you
Yeah.
come back the next time though? After that, did you like not the next
Yeah.
game, and you didn't stop,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Well, obviously you didn't stop. You're here.
Yeah.
You got a massive collection, dude. I don't think you stopped.
Yeah, no, he hasn't, and he doesn't look like he's going to.
Yeah.
No.
So like yeah, for other players out there who are finding it like difficult, like fogging, you're getting hit a lot more. These guys are good examples of, they've overcome what we started with. Is basically that. Yeah, I had issues with fogging too, and it was a pain. So I searched for better goggles and stuff, and as well as like get better throughout, because you progressively get better, especially when you don't know the map. You just try and figure out ways to get to know the map even more, explore ways. It's just one of those things that you just kind of gain experience as you go along the way. So all of us have beginner stories. And thanks for that, Kai. For you, Ronald, what was your first game like? And what was your experience like?
My first game was, yeah, as I said, inside the indoor paintball before they stopped that. It was where the game would have the lights off,
Ooh,
so it's literally pitch black and you just need flashlights. I've been there before when it's on, so I know there's really dark corners.
as
That's why I
paintballing,
brought
right?
flashlight. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I had Kai's, I think, MP9 with the clear lower, that pistol. I think he spray painted the lower grip. It's like the clear
I think I
soft,
have
but the typical spray paint on the handle. And then I had his tinted goggles. We didn't know it was a lights off game. We didn't know they were gonna turn off the lights. So all I could do was crawl, slide on the wall, and mercy kill people because I would be less than a foot away from them by the time I could identify enemies. I was like, by the second game, since Kai told me to follow him, I lost Kai, and then I spawned on the enemy side. And I started mercy killing them in the pitch black, and I was like, why am I getting so many people? Then I realized, like, and then I saw Kai, I was like, a mercy kill, and it's like, spawns over there. It's like, what? Why didn't you change spawn size? Nobody told me. That was insane.
Overall, what was your experience like? Was it good, bad? Was it
That
the
was
first time?
It was amazing.
It was
That
amazing.
sounds like
I was like,
wow.
I regret doing that, but it was too good of a game.
That's
He
good.
was-
And
he
then
was
you
that guy.
eventually came back to more airsoft games, right? You didn't just quit
Yeah,
after that or
After
something.
grad, yeah.
Oh man,
Yeah.
that's actually hilarious. Tinted.
Jesus.
I've had many newbies like that who think night games are like gonna be fine, and they bring
Ooh.
tinted goggles, and they're
Tinted
like, "Oh, this is a bad idea." Yeah, it's a common mistake for a lot of new players as well. But that's hilarious,
or my
especially for an all
favorite.
nights out.
Going to a going past a 24-hour milsim and only bringing one shade of lenses.
Yeah,
Hey, first time.
first time, good time, guys. First time, good times.
Okay,
Tak,
well,
you want to hit him?
so
Go.
yeah, so for me, I got a question for all of you guys. So obviously you guys all formed together and joined the team roughly around the same time, sort of like give or take a few of you guys. My question is that have you guys capped your team? Are you guys continuously growing as a team, or is it more so just like a group of friends, that kind of decided that it'd be cool to sort of just come under one sort of banner?
So what he's saying is, are you baptizing more team members? You know what I mean?
We yeah, that's a good question. With so far we've basically had a lot of people that joined in the group,
Mhm.
but then they also stopped playing airsoft over a period of time, and so basically they left for whatever reason they had.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah, that's a common issue.
marriage. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so we have basically welcomed new friends in the circle all the time. We've never restricted it. We've never said, "Oh, we're not, we're not bringing in new players and everything." So, I think Kai and I have always had open arm theory where anybody that wants to join in and have a good time and just be part of the Bang Bros.
Gang Bros. Okay,
This
all
gets
right,
getting
right,
worse
yeah.
and worse,
It's
dude.
getting worse a little bit, yeah, a little bit.
Oh, that wanted to be part of the Bang Bros team could join in, and so we lately we have gotten a few more attractions, and people are like, your guys, like people will look at my plate carrier, for example, and it's just written right across Bang Bros on the back and on the front. And I've had times where I would be walking down, and guys would just stop walking, and they would literally just look straight at my chest, and they're like, "Are you for real?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, this team is real." And so players would be like, "Can we join?" We're like, "Yeah, of course. Come on over. We're sitting in the corner. You guys are more than welcome to tag along, have a good time." And that's really how it's been. And even Kai can add to it because now we have joined in two different groups that are basically not wearing our patches, but they play with us
Okay.
whenever they're on the field. And so we did build a bond with two other teams that we can call. I don't know how to call them, but you know what I mean. Like when they are on the field, they always come with us, and we all do our private events and everything, private games.
Okay. That's
Okay.
good.
So
That's good.
it's pretty good. I think it's working out well for us that way because people won't be restricted as far as, oh, well, Ramen, I want to leave the team and join another team. I'll be like, you know what, it's your thing, right? We're all here to have a good time, have fun, and just get an experience out of it. Meet up on the weekend and just have a great time. And so that's the reason why we have always kept it really open as far as who can tag along and have just play with us.
Okay.
Okay. Well, so one thing that I do notice a lot is there has been a lot of there has been an influx of new players, the last couple of years. I specifically have noticed, at least at Panther in particular. And with that, you obviously would like, for them to be, coming out continuously and whatnot. Is there anything that you guys yourselves as a team do in particular with engaging any of the new members of the community at all, or is there like any sort of community outreach that you guys do within the airsoft community?
I don't think so. I think it's more about people just run into us in the middle of the field, and yeah, Kai and I like to take new players under our wings and basically say, hey, if you want to tag along, just join us, just run with us, and just have a good time. We've had, even for example, last weekend we had a few young kids that joined in, and they're like, we don't know what to do, and Kai and I basically said, just run with us, just join us, just have fun, come with us to have a good time. And at first the kids were a little, they were intimidated by everybody else, by everybody's levels and everything. And after we took them with us, we basically said, hey, everybody's here to have a good time. We all started at the very bottom, and we progressed and we grew up with the sport. And we want you to have a good time. And so basically, by us taking them with us, we made sure that they would actually enjoy the sport over getting hit and just getting upset about the fact that they cannot kill anybody, like they can't get any kills and everything. And like the joy you would see in new players is just priceless because you can see in their eyes that they're actually getting to enjoy the game, even though they're protected by players. You know what I mean? And I think that's one way of bringing in more players is by letting them know that, hey, we're all here to have fun, and if you're new, we'll take you with us. We'll
Yeah.
we'll make sure that you come back tomorrow and say, you know what, I had a great experience. It was my first time. I would love to come back. And so I think that's what it's been.
And yeah,
Okay.
that should be every team's job is to take care of the newbies as they come in because
Yeah.
You would
they're the
hope for
future.
it. You know, you would kind of hope that that's what people would have at least as a baseline standard, but
Yep.
you never know. You know,
I
there
mean,
are.
we
Yeah.
hammer it here all the time in the show. We got to take care of the newbies. We cater to the newbies. And
Yeah.
for us here, it feels like like some of the topics that we talk about seems to be elitism all the time, but it's not. It's we're pushing out information for all the new folks to get into because there's so many different slots to get into in airsoft, and as a new person,
Yeah.
you're basically just finding your way through this sort
Don't
of
worry, you will
hobby.
become part of the elite.
Yeah, you just call the Bang Bros for a good time.
Oh no! Stop!
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
Um,
Question
Do
from
not
me
try to
now.
find our
yeah.
website.
Yeah, you go,
Do
point.
not try to find our
So-
website, please. Don't try to find our
No,
website.
oh my god.
Oh,
Why
you
did you
do-
guys have
mention
a
that?
Don't-
Don't
website?
do that. Don't do that.
search us on Google. Don't search us on DuckDuck.
We're with an E. We're with an E. Just
Remember,
that.
at the end of it is an E.
Yep, we got it.
That's-
I'll spell it properly for the
Yeah,
title.
speak
Don't worry.
properly because I don't want people's parents
We're not
calling us saying,
liable
hey,
for search engine
we need
results,
to talk
okay?
about this. Are you guys promoting airsoft or something
Yeah. No, we got you.
different?
Well, you can stop there. So, question for me is generally you guys are mostly like airsoft related stuff when you guys hang out, but do you guys hang out outside of airsoft? Do you do any like gatherings oh well, other than like not this year unfortunately because of COVID stuff, but gathering outside before this COVID happened, anything outside of airsoft, do you guys hang out?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like we try to go out for sushi. We try to get some fun out there. Halloween is our favorite time. It's where we can legally walk on the streets of downtown Vancouver without being questioned by Vancouver police.
So I'm gonna pull up the
What do you
photo
guys-
here. Is
What are you guys doing here?
It's you and Kai right beside a VPD.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just a disclaimer. You guys aren't carrying your airsoft guns, no magazines, none of
no,
that, right?
no.
Okay, good.
No. We obviously we knew that, hey, if we're gonna do this Halloween thing, wearing the airsoft gear and everything, we have to make sure that there's nothing that will basically destroy the reputation of airsoft.
That's good. That's a
And
smart
so
way of doing
basically,
things, yeah.
when we went on Granville Street, it was Kai, Ron, and I. We actually approached Vancouver police officers and told them that, hey, there's nothing on us that isn't supposed to be on us. And so we spoke to them. We spoke to one of the chiefs that was on site as well. And so we let them know that, hey, please, if you get people approaching you about us three walking around looking the way we're looking, it's really innocent. And so I think that's when people started approaching the three of us and asking us. They're like, "Oh, are you guys part of police? We didn't know the military was coming." And we were like, "No, we're playing airsoft, and this is just what we wear when we play airsoft." And I
Okay.
think it turned into a questionnaire and excitement and taking pictures with us. And so we got a good vibe from for people that night. A lot of them came out. They're like, "Oh my God, your paint is actually real." They would poke us. They would knock on Kai's helmet just to see if that was real. So it was a great night, and it was great to see that people outside of airsoft, they had questions, and we were able to answer it in a way where they're like, "That's pretty cool. You guys actually," and yeah, even the officers were impressed by our gears. They were like, "So why is it that you guys are wearing $3,000 worth of gear, and our union we're still fighting for gear?"
No comment on
Quiet
that.
yourself.
It's okay. I get the same questions for night vision when
Yeah,
we
yeah,
get the visit.
exactly.
When we get the
Yeah.
visit from the officer at night, what are you guys doing walking around here? I'm like, it's just a night hike. It's like, is that a real night vision? And they're like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
yeah, it
real.
is. You want to see through it? Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys hang out outside. That's good. You guys do team events outside of airsoft. That's also good. Yeah, it's a good healthy team to hang out outside. Other than airsoft, because sometimes just you don't want to think about airsoft all the time. You want to hang out with your teams, your bros, your friends, basically.
Well, when
outside,
you're
right?
around Kai, that's all you do is just think about airsoft.
Kai, nothing
Kai?
wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Don't worry.
What?
Yeah, it's a compliment. It's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. But yeah,
There's
Yeah.
also this side that you don't see over there.
yeah.
Yeah. And for Ronald, I know we've been through a few conventions, but yeah, I know you hang out at conventions doing like cosplays of with your airsoft gears and stuff. I know I did that one back in 2016, I believe. 2016, 2017.
Yeah,
I
that was
don't.
the last time you went.
Yeah, that was the last time I know I went twice. 2015, 2016 for the big one in the Canada place. And yeah, that was fun to do. I know what you mean there. I mean, when you go out there with your airsoft gear out in public, right? That's a
With the
little bit
guns.
weird. Yeah, especially
It is weird, but you have to let the public know
Yeah.
what it is, right?
Yeah,
And
no,
that's where when they get comfortable around you, right?
Yeah, and
Because they learn to
it
understand.
was more of like a public awareness campaign at that point when I was out there, because
Yeah.
I was explaining to them, I was like, oh yeah, these things shoot a 6mm BB, and it doesn't hurt, it doesn't kill anybody, it's basically toys, and
Yeah.
you're just letting them know. And then I point them towards one of the airsoft fields close by, or like whatever airsoft store close by as well, right, for the kids that are interested, right? So it's great. To shine light on it. Like you don't normally see that out in public because of the fact that we're not allowed to have that in public now. So those events right there is basically great. Unfortunately, we don't know anything about BC Bill 4 and then C21 stuff as of this point. Just be careful when going out there with your airsoft guns, because like it's banned now. Even for conventions now, we don't have a word for it.
Like it's disappointing because in as far as regards the bill that's going through the system and through its channels, the sad part is we can't really go out there. You know what I mean? Like you said, do these actual events outside and just let people know that, hey, the things that you hear on the news compared to what happens on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, it's not the same thing. You're right now you're seeing one picture. You're not seeing the thousands and thousands of people that love, enjoy, whether you call it a hobby or a sport. It's almost a passion, because it becomes a passion when you put so much into it.
Yeah.
Of your weekends, your time, your money. It becomes more than just a small little event. And but yeah.
So it's more community for you at this point.
Oh, definitely. Like the amount of friends that I have made on the field, it's
That's good.
Okay.
That segues
Alright.
into the questionnaire there that I wanted to ask is airsoft, like for each one of you, is airsoft a hobby or a sport?
depends
Airsoft.
what you consider a hobby.
I want to hear it from you, like each one
No,
of you. Is it a
yeah,
hobby or a
yeah,
sport,
no,
and why?
Yeah, to you guys, what do you guys think?
For me, I'd say it's 100% a hobby, because it's just collecting, it's just testing guns, and it's playing with your friend. There's me, unless I somehow make it into into like a massive competition, then it's just a hobby.
Okay. That's
Okay.
Mac would yell at you, but yeah,
Yeah,
I'm gonna agree. I go both ways.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What about you, Kai?
I'm probably say airsoft to me it's not seem like a hobby because if it is a hobby, I wouldn't invest this much into a hobby. Yeah.
What's a
And
hobby? Okay.
yeah,
No,
for
no,
me,
no.
for me, it's more, yeah, yeah. Like I
Yeah.
said, for me, it's become more than just a hobby and a sport. It's become something I enjoy putting my time into. So,
So he's elevated beyond that.
like,
Okay, I see.
yeah,
Right.
So
Ronald's
we
on
might
we
his
not,
need a
level.
third
I might have
category now.
Yeah,
what
we
Kai
need to get
has.
on his level. Okay.
Yeah, I might not have what Kai has, but it's yeah.
No, and I agree. I mean, there is a lot of elements of community in there that introduces that third
Yeah.
category of community. I get it. I'm
100%.
all for 3.
Mm.
And yeah, no, I appreciate your guys' answers. And yeah, there's a lot of people that think, it's a sport, it's a hobby, it's something else beyond that, and I get it. Like we've
It
been
definitely
through this.
allows you to treat it as, you can treat it in that fashion either or, and that's a
Yeah.
really good thing is, right? Because like you guys are saying, right? Even though Kai himself has a huge collection and everything like that, right? He's not looking at it as more of a hobby. He's treating it more sort of like a sport just because he has all of these choices that he can have to arm himself with on the weekend and whatnot, and then you got Ronald over there, who treats it more of like a hobby just because he, likes collecting stuff and
And
whatnot.
tinkering
So
with
it's
it, yeah.
yeah, so it's cool that it's definitely I see it as different for each person, and I think it's nice that we can treat it as both, right? Because I think that it's able to reach a wider audience in that fashion.
Yeah, I think that's what's bringing in people because people will come for it whether they're coming into it for a hobby or whether they're coming in for it more of a sport. It still brings people together.
Exactly. Yeah.
Exactly.
You
Yeah.
some people might take it to the next level, and some people just will keep it at what they started off, and they're just happy with it.
Hmm.
And you can't judge them for it. Be like, hey, if you're comfortable where you are, that's perfect. It's all about just having a good time.
It's being
Nobody gets
yourself.
judged
It's being
for
yourself,
anything.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then with that, I have one final question from myself, which each of you guys can have your own little answer for this and whatnot, but for each of you guys individually, where do you see yourself and yourself in airsoft in 5 years? So we'll start off with Kai here.
Okay, so probably I say in 5 years I should have a collection of about 200 guns.
Okay, all right.
All
So you
right.
continually
That would
All
be
right.
more
grow.
fun to
Okay,
do.
okay, all right, all right, all
He
right.
has surpassed me.
That's his goal, poise. A
I'm
40
okay
foot
with that.
peak
I'm okay with
container.
that. He could
Oh,
take it.
boy.
Okay, all right. Ronald, how about you?
In 5 years, I think by then I should have all my guns fixed.
A true
All right,
tech. A true
okay.
tech.
All right,
Okay.
that's a
Okay.
reasonable goal.
I,
5
I
years.
I would like to add something to that before I answer the actual question. Ronald, how do I describe? Ronald is the guy that you can trust making your patches, making your new gear to wear, inventing new gear to wear, but you cannot trust him with fixing guns.
Ouch.
We'll have guns
Yeah.
from like my main project gun is like what from 2015.
Wow.
It's a long way, and it's not even running fully.
Okay,
Exactly.
I do have
That sums my
something
point with the you don't let
yeah.
him fix your guns.
Oh, okay, and then Robin, how about yourself?
Okay. Me in 5 years, I really hope that we will beat this bill and pretty much, hopefully, we can get everybody to come together, get this bill cleaned up, sorted out, and make sure that what we have, the community that we have, that's still growing by the days, like by the weekends, it will expand and everybody will just have a great time and understand what airsoft really is all about. And I hope in 5 years from now we're all still meeting up on Sundays, Fridays, and Saturdays. And I hope that I can still use Poi as my personal um uh what do you call them?
Drone.
No, drone. Yes.
Yeah.
I don't do
Poi
live
has
streams
been
on
there
the.
for me a couple of times. Poi has saved me a couple of times where I send him into a building with the camera live, and I'm looking at my phone. I'm like, guys, right here, right here, get him, get him.
Actually,
There was a few.
backstory to that.
There
Yeah,
was a
I used
couple
to
of
live
times.
stream. I used to live stream at the field, and
Yeah.
people would pull out their phones and then tell me, "It's like, can you move over there and figure out how many enemies
Yeah.
are there?" I'd move over there and be like, "Yeah, there's one guy here, one guy here,
Oh
one guy here," and then they look at their phones and like,
Yeah.
"Got it,
When
thanks."
I started that, Poi's like, you seriously want me to go and tell you where they are? I'm like, no. All you gotta do is just walk into that shed and turn the camera and do your interview. The rest, don't worry about it. And so as Poi was walking into the shed, I was already waiting outside. I'm like, all right, guys, we got this. And so
I cannot believe what I am
yeah,
hearing right
yeah,
now.
yeah.
I'm a portable drone.
Yeah.
That's what I am.
So
That's-
what we have just found out here at the end of this podcast, guys, is BangBroes are cheaters.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
Not
we're just
cheaters.
had
We
having a
use the
good
system
time.
to our advantage.
I mean,
Good time.
they were smart. They had their phones out. They used the system pretty well. They watched.
I used
the live
it.
stream.
You know, it was
All right.
yeah. That's when Poi and I became real tight.
My gosh.
Well,
Yeah.
that's all the questions that I have for you guys. I don't know about you, Poi. Do you have any more questions? For
Yeah,
the guys?
I have one last one. I'm curious. The very last photo you guys submitted to me from Ronald here was was this some Crossfire? I'm just gonna pull it up here.
I remember this.
So this is you guys having held up 3 guys.
You know, oh my God.
Was it the?
I'll tell you what
it was a
happened.
vehicle. I think this was the vehicle. Yeah.
Yeah,
That was the
this
tank.
was the vehicle we were escorting that we.
Yeah. So you
watched
guys were on the other
get
side then.
ambushed. Yeah, they
Okay,
were versus us.
so-
Yeah, I was the blue
Okay.
team on this.
So
one.
what happened? What happened here? Tell us the story.
This is what happened. We couldn't take it out. So Kai went to the front of the tank, started just bear bangers to make the tank out of service. I told him, I'm like, guys, here's my gun. Give me a smoke grenade. I'm going for the tank. And everybody's like, yo, what do you mean you're going to go for the tank? I'm like, yo, I'm going to book it, open the back of the tank, toss a smoke grenade in, and gas them out. Everybody's like, yo, you're going to get shot. They have guys at the window shooting. I'm like, yo, it's dark. They can't see me. I can't see them. It's all... I'm like, that's it. I'm like, guys, all we have to do is just, like, take apart the tank. Game is over. That's it. It's a match game. So I booked it. Kai was just going crazy with the bear bangers. I booked it in the back of the tank. 3 guys with me with the guns. I had no guns on me except for my sidearm and a smoke grenade. Butler pulled the string, banged on the door of the tank. One of the players decided to open the door for me. He saw me, tried to close the door. Too late. I put my foot in between the door, pulled the door open, tossed the smoke grenade in. All you hear is a big bang, and just smoke coming out of everywhere.
Oh my god.
That's disabled at that
We're
point.
waiting in the back of the tank for these poor suckers to open up the tank because I know they want fresh air. These guys open up the tank doors covered in blue smoke.
Oh
Just
no.
covered. The one poor
guys.
Oh my gosh,
Oh,
this is
no.
horrible.
guy, game over. And so we decided, we're like, you know what? This was the finale. We need to take a perfect picture for this. And that's when that picture was born.
Yep, this is the
Oh.
picture right
The
here,
sad
guys.
part,
There's
yeah.
Rami, there's Kai. Who were the other 2 guys with you? Do you guys remember?
Oh, they were just tag along.
Oh,
They were
okay.
just tag along. So
Yeah, and then these 3 guys, did you know them? The
No,
3 guys that
Here's the
surrendered?
sad part. Yeah, the sad part is the big guy that's on the floor,
Yeah.
he ended up getting an asthma attack.
Oh.
Yeah, we
And
asked
then
you about the water.
Kai and I are the ones that are doing the first aid on this poor guy afterwards. The poor guy's like, aren't you the one that tossed the gas into my tank? I'm like, it wasn't me, bro. But I'm about to help you make sure that you see another day.
Was that the
And then-
memorable story
that
of the
was
night,
the
or was there
memorable-
more?
That was the most memorable part for me. Ronald has another story. I shot at Ronald because he decided to hijack us, but he got killed in a friendly fire.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
You want to tell us that
Wait,
story,
dude.
Ronald?
What was? I don't remember that.
So
Okay.
I told Ronald to go around and come back.
Oh yeah, yeah.
what happened?
'cause
And
we
Ronald
can't
did
see
it.
each other. We're the only ones with the nods, and I'm the me and another guy just separated, and we didn't know where we were going, so we couldn't see each other, and we just shot at each other, thinking,
So at night, blue on blue. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That happens a lot.
Yeah.
At night. But that was at
Yeah,
Crossfire,
well,
right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Ah.
Yeah.
Ooh,
yeah, I made sure these guys had their ammo and smoke grenades.
yeah.
The whole time.
That was a fun event. Hopefully, they'll introduce Crossfire 2 soon because that'll be
2.5.
2.5. 2.5.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm here for it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. We got our refunds for version 2, so we're good.
Yeah.
All right. I think that is it for me as well. Again, guys, thank you very much for coming around. I know we had some technical difficulties at the very beginning there, but yeah, there it is. The one and only BangBroes Airsoft guys, or what is the nickname? BB Airsoft? We'll just go with that.
No,
We'll
no,
go with BB Airsoft, guys. All right. So for all our listeners out there, we'd like to thank BB Airsoft for hanging out with us today. You know, we appreciate you guys sharing your stories and experiences. And honestly, we would like to have you guys again. You know, in the future. You know, maybe you have some more of your team that you'd like to bring on and share their experiences and whatnot.
Yeah.
If there's any of our listeners out there that have specific questions for the Bang Bros teams, you know, the BB Airsoft guys here, go ahead and leave those comments in the
Comment
YouTube section
yeah.
below.
Yeah.
Well, I know I'll be there.
Oh boy.
I mean, all of them.
Like we said, the team is open, so if anybody wants to tag along and just have a good time, come on over.
Well, there you go. So new players, if you heard that and you guys are still listening here, you know, if you see the Bang Bros out on the field, don't hesitate to go up and introduce yourselves.
Yep.
For a good time.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah.
All right.
Um,
Thank you again.
fun.
This is episode 50. Leave a like,
Big
comment,
50.
and subscribe below. Yeah, big 50, guys. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
You're the big 50.
Yeah, thanks for joining us, guys.
Thanks
and,
for joining
once
us.
again, our listeners, we'll catch you on the next one.
All right.
Oh,
Say goodbye, guys.
I have something to show you though.
One thing to
oh,
show. Okay. All right. Little
Okay,
encore
okay.
presentation
All right,
here. All right. Where's Kai? Let me just
Yeah.
maximize Kai's
Is it rated R?
Tack,
Oh
tack.
no.
This is all that's left from the first gun. This is a
And I-
5-year gun.
an IED vest. Okay,
IED
well,
vest.
if you guys made it to this
See you
part of
next time.
the podcast, comment IED vest.
Yep.
All right.
IED
And with
vest,
that,
guys.
that's the end of our podcast. We'll hope to catch you guys on the next one. See you
Thank
later.
you.
See you later, guys.
Bye bye.
Thank you.